Hello, true duelists. My name's Craig Fee. Welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Update, and here's what's made news this week. I moved, and this video looks like dog shit. A missed opportunity for Konami to have the Shadow Duelist event this past weekend, but then that would imply anyone gives a shit. Merchandise that finally allows you to see Obelisk the Tormentor's feet at long last. The psychological effect of the opponent activating Maxx. Hello and welcome to the I haven't finished unpacking from my move Yu-Gi-Oh! Update edition. As you can tell, I don't have my filming space set up, and we can just enjoy the somewhat Halo-esque placement of the lamp that is of course going to stay exactly in the middle of the room behind me and never move in the future. Still, it's been a rather slow week in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! That or I was moving and unpacking all week and couldn't be bothered to look at it. In my defense, nothing meaningful took place this past weekend. Some regionals happened, I'm sure, but I don't know, Fool Loss was activated. Make sure to leave a like in the comments. Comment the word like, I don't fucking know. The point is, this coming weekend, tomorrow when I release this video, will be both YCS Bologna in Europe, as well as the Shadow Duelist event being streamed. Now you may wonder, why wouldn't Konami take advantage of the free weekend that was this past one to stagger these two events a little bit so that you can get maximum audience from both rather than in competing streams and events, but that would be a good idea, and I've been told if I have too many of those I will be fired immediately from my manager. I assume that also applies to Konami, based on the fact that streaming both of these events on the same weekend is a stupid fucking idea. Now, you could argue that these events were planned months in advance and kind of independently, because one's the in-paper TCG and one's Master Duel, but I don't care for that. That's not as funny as me saying Konami dumb. And I don't think anyone wants to hear me say anything other than Konami dumb. Why else would you watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Suitman Angry Edition this time in his bedroom? I don't know, couldn't tell you. The point is, the Shadow Duelist is of course coming up this weekend, and you can finally figure out who Axel is and actually check out this sick and planned segment here where I turn my head very nonchalantly to the side to get the name of the guy that everyone says it is. Check that out, that's smooth as it gets. Xavier Woods is allegedly the person who is the Shadow Duelist. That's what the Twitter commenters have said, and they figured out Zane, so I'll trust them for it. Or I'm wrong and you still don't give a shit. What, are you gonna look it up? You gonna watch the event? Yeah, fucking right. Bologna is much more interesting, being the last YCS for Europe this year, and of course an opportunity for the current meta to do it again. Fire King, Azamina, Snake. I am so bored of talking about it, so I'll just save it for next week. Get hyped for that. Maybe go meet Joshua Schmidt or Lithium 2300 or Farfa or other European Hugi-tuber that I am unaware of off the top of my head, or don't. Who cares? There is, of course, a more interesting thing than any person or event going on, and that's the opportunity to win the giant card Dad. That's right, Daddy's back. He's dark, he's armed, and he's a dragon. That's one of the giant prize cards at the Edison event, or probably an Edison event. I did not confirm that, but I have confidence. I also have confidence that that Edison event will not be sponsored by Toyota, so you will be safe from the Tacomas, and that's fucking it. That's all that I've got coming up this weekend, so sloppy update, sloppy transition. Well, it figures that they'd start with the God cards because the God card figures are here, or at least Obelisk is. You can, of course, pre-order a lovely Obelisk the Tormentor action figure standee Marie. I'm having a stroke. You can buy it. You can pre-order it. You'll get it. You'll have it at a near future date. And it's Obelisk the Tormentor. How cool is that? Or maybe you don't care about Obelisk and you care about Stardust Dragon. If you're that particular niche, do I have fantastic news for you. You can also pre-order Stardust soon. I actually don't know. I saw a Stardust figure and it's written in the notes. It just says Stardust figure, and I didn't clarify that. But there is a Stardust figure coming out that you may or may not be able to pre-order in the near to now future, which is really cool. And you can tell that this update took the priority and not, setting up the goddamn computer to be able to get this rushed out video. Thumbs up for that one. And onto the psychological warfare that is Maxx. because an OCG player held a survey in regards to the psychological effects of playing under Maxx. Yeah, that's right, they kind of interviewed OCG players about their general consensus on the card. And while I can admit I haven't had the time to fully inspect this document, it is very thorough from what I've skimmed and very interesting. Now, unfortunately for my bias, I know I saw at least one part saying that Maxx in particular doesn't negatively affect the player's overall mood in comparison to any other given hand trap. And while there's definitely, the consensus that Maxx is stronger than Ash Blossom, effectively, if you are playing the game and the opponent Ash Blossoms you or Maxx you or just interacts with you, your mood is ruined in some capacity, which says a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh players, because this whole fucking point of this game is trap cards and interactions on the opponent's turn, but when they happen, we get a little bit grumpy, which is just pretty fitting for Yu-Gi-Oh players, I think, and a great way to connect with OCG players who have to deal with the cockroach, whereas we have to deal with the fucking bird. They also have to deal with the bird as well, but I don't know, deal with it. I like making cockroach and bird jokes. Fucking sue me, okay? That's pretty much it. I'll leave a link to that in the description, that little survey, that results, if you'd like to read it. And if you can't read Japanese, I have terrible news for any of the graphs there, but you can translate the core article, which is very thorough and very interesting, and kudos to them for doing something noteworthy this past week in comparison to me and my workplace, because if you think this video is a little bit lacking, oh boy, I hope my manager doesn't see this, because it's legally called time theft and I've been committing it. And that's all I have for you this week, because look at it. Look at it. I don't even have the means to properly edit this video. Why? Because I don't have a fucking keyboard, dude. I moved and I can't find it. It's just gone. I don't know where it went. I don't have a keyboard for this computer. I can't properly edit this video as of right now, and truthfully, that's been a little bit more of a priority for me than the script to this video, which visibly and audibly was not written this week because I do not have a fucking keyboard. So I'm gonna go find that, and you can all enjoy Greg back there, or Gay Karibo, or whomstever you were looking at in the background, because Lord knows it was more interesting than me this week. But hey, we got the suit still, we got the shoot skill, and we're gonna do it. And next week, please God, next week we'll have an actual video going on. Okay, so excuse the bump in the road. More sketches and shit next week, and until then, have a great day. Make sure you listen to Oni's Sword Bass from the Halo Reach soundtrack, particularly that bit in the opening minute, which was dope as hell. And also subscribe, because that is more important. No, it's not, actually. Oni Bass first, then subscription. My name's Craig Fee. My name's Greg Feet. I sleep next to a seagull, and that's it. Bye.